7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Step into the ring where the lights burn bright. Thursday night, we ignite. It's a heavyweight fight. Still steps, no fear. We go deep, we go raw. Talking truths, other parts won't touch. Breaking the law. Still steps, we taking it higher. Real talk, no chill. Spitting fire. On, locked in it. We bring the heat. Every Thursday night, we can't be beat. We can't be beat. We can't be beat.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politica Hot alongside my guy, Mr. Moyo Fit Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Thursday evening, courtesy of All of the Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyo Fit, how are you doing this evening, sir?
We good, baby. Week started a little crazy with this snow, but melted pretty quick. So good days ahead, man. I've seen this weather look like it's starting to ride up, and that birthday coming soon, baby.
Oh, hey now, hey man. Listen, I seen was it the 10-day forecast, and it looks like we got some 60-degree weather, coming this way like over the next week, and I'm like ecstatic because I'm so over snow. I don't want to see snow anymore. Like I'm just like flat out done with the winter season. Like fast forward to spring me please. Like
Real
put
talk,
it to that way. So
real talk, like my birthday usually sucks this time of year, like just because how it falls is still technically winter.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that 10-day forecast, like you were saying. I saw them numbers. I said, "Oh, this birthday look like it might be something nice."
Yeah, like we got some life here.
Yeah,
Look, in translation, and if we correlated to wrestling, like look like we got a kick out coming. Like wait a minute, like we got some life. Like he about to break out the sleeper, the winter sleeper. Like right? That's how I feel though, for real though. But yeah, I'm just flat out over this winter season. And granted, like I'm not gonna say like we had that one foot that did us in, which we hadn't seen anything like that in a long time. So I guess maybe we're a little spoiled to a certain extent because we haven't had like crazy winter seasons and almost a decade. But like this one here, like it just did us in, and like it's just it's a mood killer.
Yeah, for sure. That winter depression stuff is real.
Right.
Like I never really go through it, but like you feel it though. Like you be like your mood is just like different, man. Like that's why people move to a warmer climate so they can just be in a better mood.
Mm-hmm. Seriously. Oh man, trust me, I know about that. Based on my work, and I feel like, oh man, like I need to get to that status where I can have a seasonal address. Like that's like the goal after seeing that. Like we need that, to move forward. So, but yeah. We know, Joey, there's actually a disclaimer that popped up on StreamYard. If you was on tonight, you would know, but no, there's something going on a Facebook end where it didn't connect properly. So, but not sure what the issue is, but we'll try to get it worked out. But to those who are viewing from the various platforms, we greatly appreciate you, checking in with us with that catching that turnbuckle talk. So tonight, we're definitely going to be previewing the Elimination Chamber event that's going down in Chicago this Saturday. And also too, we have someone who had a tribute on Monday because he on his last ride is now pause. One phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Putting the gloves down. Well, he did put the gloves down, and during that moment, we've had some breaking news to have occurred, which let's go ahead and jump into that, right now. So, getting started for tonight's show. But phenomenal one being inducted to the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. For those who may or may not be aware of this by now, this past Monday, they gave a tribute to AJ at the end of Monday Night Raw. And at the conclusion of the show, we had the music of The Undertaker hit. And he came out on his Harley to meet AJ in the ring. And pretty much, like he said, normally, like if you see him at this time, that means you're leaving. But this time around, by AJ seeing Taker, that means he was going. Going, that is, into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. So looks like it was definitely a legit surprise for AJ at the end of the show, because he had put the microphone down, little bit perplexed that Taker was even coming out, and like they had that moment of embrace where it's like, you could tell like he was looking like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? Like what's going on? So pretty dope moment. Shout out to AJ Styles. He was someone that put in a ton of work in the world of professional wrestling. When he originally getting his start here in the States, and he got that break moment in WCW for a very brief moment until they folded, and then he eventually took his talents over to New Japan, and then coming back to the world of WWE, and being able to fulfill like that WWE career. Like, I think as we get older and we see how like various talent go to finally make it to the WWE, and a lot of people don't really like grasp that level of the stage in the WWE. But AJ, he was somebody that was we know he's a phenomenal wrestler. Very, very technical. But with him coming over to the WWE, we were able to see him, break into various characters, like him being himself, but also, having that character behind him. So, man, he's definitely going to be missed if he is, in fact, truly retired. But I do believe he is, as there was some news that came out today stating that he will be accepting like a backstage role moving forward. He signed some sort of backstage role with the WWE. So, but Mr. Moyo Fit, this is your guy. This your man, 100 grand. And look like, the time is now. Word to John Cena. He's hanging it up. So, I wanted to reach out to you this week just to kind of get your like real-time feelings on watching that whole tribute moment and then watching the announcement to being in 2026 WWE Hall of Fame inductee. So the floor is yours. Like, give us your real-time moment, your thoughts from this past Monday up until that announcement of the Hall of Fame.
So it was crazy how I felt about this. So for the longest time, Shawn Michaels was my favorite wrestler. He was my GOAT, my guy forever. Like HBK he's the one. But I now AJ Styles is taking that mantle as like he is my GOAT. AJ is my personal GOAT. He's my favorite of all time. So many people, as they tried to emulate or got their styles from Shawn Michaels, you see AJ Styles' influence on so many of the wrestlers that we see today who are getting that praise and acknowledgement that they wouldn't get once upon a time. Right. And people just thought they were flippy guys and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But now you see the influence, and they say AJ was their influence. Like the Will Ospreays, it was named even Kenny Omega, even though they're not that far from age. AJ was a big influence on him. Everything from Swerve Strickland, like what's name, you name it, Seth Rollins was like these guys, you see how AJ's influenced them tremendously. What's the name? So even to the young OG, like you see how these guys are influenced by AJ. It's so crazy it's so funny when Shawn Michaels retired. I was upset. Like I was mad. Like I was like, this bullshit. Like he should not be retired because he had so much in the tank. He was the older guy, but he was still better than like 80% of the roster. It's like, why is he retiring?
Right.
But AJ, I legit was like, I didn't want to see him go, but I was legit happy. I was legit like just like happy and like just proud of everything this man has accomplished in his career. He was a guy who legit was not supposed to make it to where he is today. Like this, because not because he didn't have the talent, just because once again the style he had, this size he was just not supposed to make it to this level of to where you would consider him especially a WWE Hall of Famer.
Right.
And the fact that he got that acknowledgement, he's gotten that praise from his peers. He had the freaking Undertaker come down. And that's why I said it's crazy how things happen. Undertaker was the guy who retired my original GOAT. And now he's coming out giving my new GOAT his flowers and saying to him that he's inducting him into, like, not inducting, but he's letting him know that he's in the class of the 2026 Hall of Fame. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I was just happy. In the moment I was looking, just in the moment, like, damn, my boy's really, I was glad he retired in Atlanta, down his hometown. That's why he said they didn't put the gloves down, because he wanted to do it at home, like, which should have been like, I was just happy for him, man. Like, it's my guy from, like I said, from his little time in WCW, to becoming the face of TNA, then becoming the hottest thing in Japan for that little while he was there, then come over to WWE when Vince McMahon, the old perv, thought it was a fluke when he came out in the Royal Rumble, and it was just like, oh, that was just a one night thing. They were just happy to see him, and then they saw, like, no, they're not just happy to see him because they love this guy. Became a breath of fresh air to SmackDown. Like, legit gave SmackDown some relevancy. Gave John Cena his best match. Let's be real. Like, we seen it forever. John Cena had his best match because he knew who he was up against. He said it. He knew he had to step it up. Gave Roman Reigns one of his best matches when people were just still hating the crap out of Roman Reigns at the time. It was before the Tribal Chief. This was still the big dog Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Gave Roman Reigns one of his best matches of that era for him, and just like become multiple time WWE champion. And one of those reigns, he held the title for a whole year. Like, none of that was supposed to happen, man. None of that was supposed to happen.
Right.
To get all that done, won championships all over the world, all the praise. He was a whole influence for a whole genre of wrestlers we see from the last 10 years to now. And, like, honestly, last 15 years to now. And just, like, to get his flowers and to go out on his own terms. Listen, man, it's my GOAT, man. Like, I was very happy for him.
Yeah. I was listening to Busted Open earlier today, and both LaGreca and Natty, they were discussing AJ Styles and the events that took place on Monday, and they had brought up the podcast that the Good Brothers have with AJ, and I still have yet to listen to it in its entirety, but they did speak on this one particular moment about AJ, and I'm may butcher this description to a certain extent about how he spoke on, like, beating the table, basically, translation, beating the house. Here we go. Yeah. Like, being able to beat the house without, letting the house beat them. Basically, not allow them to take the toll on their bodies. Much more than what could have, what could have been if he extended his career in the square circle. So, and it's rare that we see that nowadays in the world of professional wrestling, as far as, like, a lot of talent beating the house and just, having that normalcy of life, after post, wrestling. And for AJ to be on course to have that moment, I think it's probably, like, the coolest thing to see, for him.
Dude, don't let money trick you, AJ. Don't let the money trick you, because we all know that other con man in that other organization, he will definitely be like, so $5 million for 5 matches. you might be like,
Listen, I think that conversation was already had.
Oh, trust me, it was. Oh,
yeah,
it was. Yeah, his friends are all over there.
Right.
So but he seems to be content. I said the same thing about Shawn Michaels. Next thing I know, he had a horrible match in Saudi.
Oh yeah, I mean that, and which was unwarranted, but
which was not his fault.
Bag. Right.
It was not his fault. Honestly, he was the best thing about that match.
Right.
To be honest, but it was just all I thought was about that match. Just to get off AJ real quick. When I was watching that match with DX versus the Brothers of Destruction, I was watching it. I said, "Damn, it's like Triple H can't help what happened to him. Like he wasn't expecting to tear his damn pec."
Right.
But I was like, "Man, Father Time is showing in this match, boy. This is just not good. This is so bad." But when those Saudi guys backing those multiple Brinks trucks to your house and just like take whatever you want, and see you in Saudi, it's hard to say no to that. I mean, like this, I'm sorry, it shouldn't be, but it just is. But I think AJ's different. I think he's very content on come on, yeah, one of the best careers a person in that profession can ask for. He's been all over the world. Like I said, he just wants to be, a dad/husband now.
Yeah.
And they say he missed out on a lot of birthdays, a lot of stuff, because he wanted to have his family provide them with the life that they would have no worries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so he sacrificed a lot of time to make sure his family was always never had no worries. Now I commend him. So, like I said, I think he's done. I believe when he said he's done. Like I think he's ready to do the backstage stuff. Probably gonna help train the young people at the Performance Center and stuff.
Yeah.
So, which is, I'll say right now, WWE Performance Center, they are spoiled as hell for train. Come on, man. You got Matt LeBlanc, who is the backbone of the Performance Center, who is a wealth of knowledge. Yes, we know he's not the biggest name far as in-ring talent, but he's very respected, done a lot, and honestly, low-key done a lot in wrestling. Right. But he's very, very well respected as a trainer, teacher. Then you got you look on this side of the gym, you got Shawn Michaels, and now you're gonna look on this side of the gym, you got AJ Styles. Damn it.
Right. Look, don't forget the names of Norman Smiley, Terry Taylor.
Oh, yeah, Norman Smiley. Lord Steven Regal.
Right, Regal. Just Terry Taylor. What's the name? What's my guy Albert?
No, that's I said his back.
You said his real name. Yeah. My fault.
Yeah. What's his name? But say you got him. You got, like I said, Norman Smiley, Regal. Terry Taylor, and you got the two GOATs in Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles. Just look at my career. I ain't saying it's gonna be you, but I'm just saying I know what can help get you to that level. Yeah. Now, all of it happens in time. Like the one thing I want these, and I'm just a guy talking on the camera, guys. You ain't gotta listen to us as far as your career goals and all that stuff, but I'm saying patience is a true virtue. Some people are gonna come out and just be superstars. They just got this thing about them for whatever time period to where they just stand out like this. You're not always gonna get a Brock Lesnar. You're not always gonna get an Oba Femi. You're not always gonna get a Goldberg. You're not always gonna get these lightning in a bottle moments to where people out the gate just gonna be hitting home runs and grand slams.
Right.
Some people take time to build, but those people who took time to build became the biggest and greatest of all time. Shawn Michaels wasn't a grand slam hitter. Bret Hart wasn't a grand slam. They were guys who started out singles, low level guys, and tag team wrestlers. Then through 10 to 12 years became the goats. Like they like
what was more so of the independent scene like we have today, what they went through, I mean, when they were coming up, you know, like, you know what I mean, with Brett, you know what I mean, getting, you know what I mean, cutting his teeth a lot more up in Stampede Wrestling in Calgary. Like, yeah, you know, and I think that's where there's a blessing with today. Like there is a host of independent promotions that, you know, someone could begin to train and develop their skill set to get, you know what I mean, to eventually get to that level of put WWE potential, if that's even, you know, the route that they may want to go. I mean, because now, like in today's world of professional wrestling, there's so many avenues that you can take to become a professional wrestler if you don't even make it to that, you know what I mean, to that WWE level. Because I think at this point, and you know, not to go like way off topic, I mean, we got time, but I feel like everybody may not be cut for the WWE level.
yeah.
And, you know, like I'm not saying that to be an asshole or anything like that, but that's just the God's honest truth with how the you know the product is with WWE today. Like there's a certain look feature that WWE is attracting now as far as talent. And I know we may have talked about this many moons ago, but you really look at like a lot of the talent that's coming in now, like a lot of them have that college athletic background. And that seemed like that's the new wave for the WWE product. Like, you know, if you got that college athletic background, then you have a good shot, you know what I mean, to train to develop the WWE product, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll look at you a little bit closer, surprisingly, through than the person who's, you know, been in the trenches, ran the ropes already, and know the business for a couple years. It's like they kind of like they almost look them in a way like, yeah, they got some miles, they're good, but they got some miles on them.
Yeah.
So it's like this. They're not their fresh, new, shiny thing. There's something that's good. It's good use, as
right.
you know.
There's almost like that, like they got that level of knowing how to you know what I mean, to go through intense training, but to have the ability to take it to that WWE intense training, like is a different level.
It's different. So the other thing is they get them young. They already got the athletic background, so they got the mindset of what grinding is. What's there now is just like trying to hone that into sports entertainment type vibe,
right?
And show them. You know, that's why Dave Carroll think we can mold them. We'll show them how to run the ropes. We'll show them how to take bumps. We'll show them how to actually give punches and chops and how to act a certain way when they're in pain and all that stuff. Like they didn't do that once upon a time. You know what I mean? So like you just had to learn on the fly. So no, that's why I'm glad they taken their time with certain individuals who they know are superstars in the making, but they're slow burning them. And then I wanted that way because they're stupid young. Like when people was like, when they're gonna call up Jed Parker, when they gonna call up Lola Vice? I'm like, no, let them continue.
Yeah, let them cook where they are.
Let them cook, let them simmer, let them get it together, let them all them spices really mold themselves in there, because like they're in their mid-20s, like they're fine,
right?
So what I get mad like a year to people keep thinking in wrestling. Once upon a time, in wrestling, if you were like 30s or mid-30s, they were like this, all right, you're ancient. And like this, and like especially a female. Let's be real. If you're a female wrestler, for some reason, the stigma was once you're in your 30s, you're cooked. But now it's different. It's way different now. They don't look at it like that no more. So now it's like you got this girl who's 23, 24, even 22. They got some young people in the performance center. Like if they're letting them be in the performance center NXT for 2 to 4 years, and then by the time they come to the main roster, even though you still got some adjustment there, they're good to go. Like they ready like this because you see some of the like little hiccups that can come when you be looking at them like, yeah, I don't think they were ready just yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no,
yes.
everything you spoke on is all facts. Like I get one name, because I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about how her WWE presence would translate from her prior career, but Lola Vice,
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I mean, with her the MMA background, you know what I mean, know about that history more than what her actual love for WWE was, and to see how far she has come, um, from working in NXT and now branching out, working in AAA, being a AAA intergender tag team champion, like seeing the work that she's put in, like there's a good chance she could possibly be on the main roster by the end of this year. So like it's pretty dope, what I mean, to see that. But to kind of circle it back to AJ Styles and just talking about how like that WWE product being so different in the world of professional wrestling, I think with AJ's presence in TNA 1000% helped him translate, like the character side, what I mean, over in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, what I mean, like that run, that TNA run, like that's something that cannot be talked about, um, what I mean, without talking about his career.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. He's looked at as the face of TNA to this day.
Yeah,
He hasn't been in that organization for over 10 years. Like he's never been in like probably 11 years now, and they still talk him as the face of TNA, like because
right.
he's the goat. Because this is the time where you had in his prime Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Like, did you
Yeah.
had names like Raven and all this stuff? Like they had like Amazing Red and all this stuff. Like they had some legit thorough guys in there, and like but AJ just stood over them all. And this is when Jeff Jarrett was constantly Triple H and everything and putting himself over every freaking other month. God knows, I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. What's his name? But like, it was just like through all that, AJ was the guy.
Yeah.
AJ was the guy, and when he went to New Japan and just come on, 2-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion within a matter of months. That's just how over he was. The crowd was just like, and they had some Japanese superstars, but
Hmm.
AJ was the guy. It was like, nah, we want him. It was
Yeah.
like, and that's like, and honestly, that New Japan run too really, I not only like I think solidified, but made his stock even higher
Yeah.
to the outside world that act like there was nothing outside of WWE. When it was like, man, this guy really is that dude. Like, it was
Hmm.
like, so it was like you had to, and I'm glad WWE brought him straight to the main roster. Like I like they would have took him to NXT. I'm like, all right, don't get just disrespectful, act like we don't know
Right.
him.
Nah. No chance of him ever being on like on the NXT side. Like even when we, what I mean, even knowing of him getting ready to arrive to the WWE, I've never thought he would go to the
Yeah,
NXT. Like it wouldn't have made sense.
it wouldn't have made no sense. Like I get Finn Balor because honestly, Finn Balor, I didn't even honestly got to watch New Japan like that, so I didn't know Prince Devitt when he
Yeah.
showed up there. It was like Finn Balor. I was like, all right, who's this? Then I was like, oh shit, he can go. That I didn't know Finn Balor. I didn't know about the demon and all this stuff to care. I just knew that's it. Didn't know New Japan stuff. Like I said, so I get why they put him on NXT. I didn't really agree with Samoa Joe, but like to a certain extent, I understand a little bit because even though he was the ish, he wasn't as big of a name as AJ Styles.
Right.
So I got that, and it did help his stock when he got to the main roster because everybody knew he was already, but his stock rose because they pushed him like a killer on NXT, which
Yeah.
was the right thing.
Yeah.
This thing, but AJ, they did. I don't know. His whole it was times in WWE ain't gonna allow the main roster. I was like, kind of like, what are they doing with him? What the hell's going on? But he got Omos over. Like
Right.
even that weird tag team that was over. And it was just because AJ played the role so well. It's this little annoying guy that was hiding behind the big guy, as the
Right.
tradition as the tradition goes.
I got that enforcer.
Yeah, there's that old tradition goes.
Yeah.
Listening, but I'm glad they never spun that into a rivalry. By the way, that would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. Look, Omos, no issues at all with you. You're a great human being. I read up on you. You're a great dude, but that rivalry would have been horrible. that would have been bad.
I will. I mean, it wasn't like it was like a long running thing, but I just love the old moments of Styles and the Good Brothers together when they used to be like, you know what we gonna do today? Beat up John Cena.
John Cena, yeah.
Like that was funny. Like I like the little quirky stuff in
because it was just friends just having fun.
Yeah,
enjoying their time. They were making probably the best money of their career. What's his name?
Right.
And they was just got to be with the biggest name at the time, in John Cena, and feud with him. And from what I hear, John Cena say he wants to induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he wants to. Yeah, I was like, Kyle, every time there's a Hall of Fame, it's like, who's going to induct them? Because that's that kind of one of the biggest stories.
It's a legit question, to ask right now. Like,
yeah, it's like who would, because think about it, like who would induct AJ Styles into the Hall of Fame? That's because it has to be somebody, honestly, WWE adjacent. Right. Somebody who has some type of relationship with WWE. So I was thinking, was like, was it going to be Samoa Joe? But I'm like, but I was like, no, Joe's AEW, so they want nothing to do with that.
Right.
What's the name? They don't care. I was like this. I said maybe we're gonna do Bobby Roode. What's the name? I was like this. I was like, are they going to, because TNA?
And in a way, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Good Brothers should. Like,
the Good Brothers should do it, because they're not with AEW. They're just doing their own thing.
Right.
What's the name? But I think if John Cena wants to do it, they're gonna do it. They're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's a pivotal name.
Yeah, it is. If John Cena wants to do it, John Cena's gonna do it.
Right. But yeah, so like shout out to AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Phenomenal.
My goat.
That definitely going to be missed in a square circle. So, but hopefully we'll maybe get him in a TV role at some point. That sometime down the road.
Oh, he'll pop up for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna be the GM for Evolve, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
Would be a bad idea. That's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, like,
he'll pop up. He'll be next to Big E sooner or later.
Now, if he messed around and actually be the GM for Evolve or something, just like within the next week, like we playing the Powerball.
Like, yeah, I'm saying, like,
that just so happened.
Or WWE could just sign us,
right? That too. Like, look,
TKO. I'm Adi, the Chavo, baby. Come on, break us off. You can give us a little something. We ain't greedy. Just give us a little something.
Right. We want the moolah.
Just a little something.
So let's dive into elimination chamber going on this side. Actually, before we even dive into that, did you happen to catch any of Dynamite this week? It was actually
really good.
It was a pretty dope show, and what I was talking about in our group text, just as far as like the push of the show. Like, I mean, like you had your high spots, with like with the top tiers, like you had your breakout promo of Hill Swerve, which was pretty cool. Somebody called him a piece of shit in the crowd, and Swerve retaliated, was like, your mama, boy. That was wild.
The old your mama.
Yeah,
the old your mama come back.
Right.
No matter what you say, you just gotta come back with your mama.
Right. So, but he basically put the entire AEW roster on notice. Like he's gunning for the for the title.
You know what that's giving me a tag, because I caught the promo. Like, I didn't catch Collision, but anything with Swerve I always watch. So I caught the promo. Like, is not the same before people start like jumping at me like, what? Like, I ain't saying he's being him. I'm just talking about the mentality right now, what's going on. Honestly, it's just tab it. it's giving me Drew McIntyre vibes,
Mm,
like how the character is going.
I can
It's
see it.
it's giving me Drew McIntyre vibes of I'm not on nobody's team. I'm for myself. I'm tired of being overlooked like
Right.
this. I'm tired of people like taking my kindness for weakness. I'm all for myself and I'm going all in. No pun
Yeah.
intended. And
No, I got you.
just a little
But
bit. It's giving me like the current Drew McIntyre. It's giving me those vibes just a little bit.
right. But like I like what I really enjoy what they got going on right now. Like with him vying for the title. You still got Brody King who still wants part of the title, and what's the name, Bandito. He was, you know what I mean, he was talking about wanting to get in the mix for the title, which then he was interrupted by Andrade. So it looks like we have a
Mm.
possible Andrade Bandito match coming up at Revolution. I'm trying to
Ooh,
find. I'm
that's gonna
trying.
be fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, because somebody had like give me what the likely card for this upcoming Revolution pay-per-view, and this card is actually pretty stacked right now. So you already got MJF, Hangman, Adam Page, which is going to be contested under a Texas Death Match. We got Moxley going up against Takeshita.
Mm.
We got likely Bandito going up against Andrade. Brody King going up against Swerve. That's going to be a crazy
That's gonna be
match.
crazy.
Right. And then with the tag team titles, this could potentially be a 3-way with FTR versus the Young Bucks versus the Rascals. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. This already on paper is
That's all you need right there.
pretty damn good. And you they're not gonna forget the ladies. So
I
there's
know,
gonna be,
but yeah, it's true.
what
But
I
I ain't
mean,
gonna lie, that's all you need
women's
right there.
matches. Then we go, but yeah, right here,
It's gonna be like there's gonna be like maybe two women's matches.
3, 4. So technically, that's 5 matches already.
That's fine.
There's likely going to be 3 to 4 more matches added to this card.
Oh, for sure. That AW, the minimum has to be 8.
Yeah, The minimum probably about 8, but most likely, typically it's about 9 to 10 matches.
Yeah,
all you know what I mean,
yeah,
all
exactly.
in one.
Yeah,
But
so you're gonna get the women's world title,
right,
probably a tag team women's match or TBS with Willow. Love you, Willow. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She, they still surviving with I mean, she still holding on to that TBS championship, and both her and Harley still holding on to the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship. Now, last night Penelope Ford did get injured during that tag team match. So
yes, she did.
I don't know. I haven't read anything, but I wonder if you know what I mean, the way that match ended up ending, was that the true ending of the match? Because technically, Lana Cross, I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she interfered in the match, causing a DQ. You know what I mean, resulting Harley and Willow to retain the titles. But
I read up on that. I heard they had to pivot. I think it was a legit injury.
Yeah, that definitely was a legit injury to Penelope. So hopefully, everything be okay.
Best wishes to Penelope.
Yeah, speedy recovery. South Philadelphia's own Penelope Ford. So what I mean. But yeah, let's dive into the elimination chamber card. Going.
You talked about Bronson. That was a good segue since we were talking about injuries.
I was going to, but because I know the first match that we were going to discuss was not a chamber match, so I was going to pivot back to Bronson when we talk about the men's chamber match, because it kind of correlate with who's participating in it. But no, it definitely crossed my mind, but I took a executive decision there. It was like, no, we're just gonna hold off on it. Go back like previously on WWE Raw. So, but no, we got the Elimination Chamber event going down in Chicago on Saturday, February 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific time on ESPN Plus? Question mark. It's like no on on the ESPN app, but international on Netflix. Man, I tell you what, like I miss the network days, man. The
About to say,
WWE
bring the
app,
network back.
like
Bring the network back.
and just get me like in like sports overall. I don't know why, like I'm just not that adjusted to like having to navigate through all these freaking apps just to be able to watch like my programming, whether it's wrestling or basketball. Like it's just way too many apps like in this app world now, like to watch watch your programming.
You ever follow that guy on social media? He does like he's in comic books, like this white dude who always has his pink shirt on, and he's like does like these English lessons with people.
No,
that was funny that you said that. That's his favorite word. When they say something to him that's right, but it's technically wrong, he always responds with no. he's like this. He was like, so if you want to watch Wimbledon like this, you could watch your favorite player on the ESPN app. So if he wins this match and goes to the quarterfinals, you will watch him where? And the guy was like, ESPN. He was like, no. He was like, no. If he goes to the quarterfinals, you have to watch him on ESPN Plus. See, ESPN Plus. That's why, because it's the quarterfinals.
Right.
So if he wins the quarterfinals, you go watch him on. The guy was like, ESPN Plus. He was like, no. He's like, no. You will watch him on ESPN Unlimited.
Like what?
See, because it's not the quarterfinals, it's the semifinals. So yeah,
right.
You watch him on ESPN Unlimited. So if he wins the semifinals and makes it to the finals, then you will watch him on. The guy was like, ESPN Unlimited. No. he was like, no, you will watch him on ESPN app. See the ESPN app because now it's the finals. So it's back on ESPN. He was like, and so this ESPN app is $24.99, but ESPN Plus is $15.99. ESPN Unlimited is $13.99. So he's like,
just mapping it all out.
Yeah, he's like this. He's the guy was like, so all those apps like this cost different prices, even though it's the same company. He was like this. He was like, correct. He was like, why? He was like, because that's why. That was his answer. I was like, yo, it cracks me up that you got to have all these apps, and when you put them all together, it's the same. It's the same as cable. It's like you have cable all over again.
Seriously, like this is oh man, like
you're talking to a person who has multiple streaming platforms. I mean, multiple. Got Netflix, Hulu, freaking Prime. What's the name? HBO Max.
Right.
I mean, like all these things is like Peacock. Like I'm like, you pay all this. I'm like, yo, where that Fire Stick at, bro?
Seriously, like it's getting out of hand at this point. Like it's at the point where it's well out of hand. Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is where, in a perfect world, like we just need to go back to the old school cable box. That housed everything.
Yeah, right. And what's crazy is all these subscriptions. I got Paramount too. All these subscriptions keep going up. So when UFC signed that major deal for like $2 billion or whatever it was or $7 billion for Paramount, everybody was like, oh, that's crazy. That's great. I was like, oh, freak. That was like this. It was like what? I was like, they about to go up on the price. Whenever they sign some companies to some major deal and give billions of dollars away, they up their subscription price. It never fails.
Right.
Netflix did it with WWE. And what a coincidence.
Oh yeah, that was almost like a guarantee. Like once they made the announcement that they were coming over, like that was definitely a guarantee. Prices going up. But by the way, you kind of got the ball in my head now. I was like, no,
you gotta look him up. He's hilarious. He wears the same pink shirt in every skit he does. Whenever he teaches somebody a lesson, he was like this. He said, so what does S-O spell? He was like, so. He's like, correct. So what does S-O-N spell? The guy was like, sown? No. He's like, son. It's son. Yeah, because the S-O has an N on it. So that's son. See.
If he was our English teacher back in high school, like, we probably definitely be roasting that boy every day.
He's like,
I'm gonna get stuff wrong on purpose just so I can hear go, no.
No.
I can't get out.
I wish I remember his name. I don't remember his name. These phones listen to us. So I'm sure if I like,
it's gonna pop right up as soon as you go on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Like, we heard you was talking about this guy. But let's jump into the Elimination Chamber event. So
I miss Chelsea Green.
You say what?
I miss Chelsea Green. She's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say she only been out for a couple of weeks, but I mean, she's still been behind the scenes.
She just cracks me up, man.
Right. But right out the gate, we got this world heavyweight title match with CM Punk defending the title against Finn Balor, which they created a hell of a video package for Finn last week. I ain't gonna hold you. That joint had me kind of teetering my prediction as far as Punk winning the match. I'm like, man, like the way they cut this promo, like, is it possible we could get swerved and Finn wins this title on Saturday? You think there's a chance of this happening?
No. I'm sorry. I was going to be a little melodramatic, but no.
I laid it up for you to be like the guy. No.
Yeah, no, I know you really did. You really did. My bad. I should have caught that immediately.
But no,
I'll catch you before the show's out. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Real quick, because I just looked him up. His name, it's Bobby Finn. Is his name? It's Bobby Finn. Getting some free promo here, sir.
Yeah, right.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious. What's his name?
He'd be like, Bobby, you better repost the Still Steps. No.
He's like, no. He's like, I don't watch wrestling. Why would I do that?
Right. But no, your thoughts on this match? Like, you know the package I'm talking about, right? Pause. The video package they showed last week.
Oh, which one?
Finn, basically on his quest to become the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
That was a good package.
That was actually what we've been doing. These packages actually, like they've been doing very, very well. Because it was a time when WWE video package sucked ass. I ain't gonna lie, it was just not. It was really mediocre. Wasn't, but the last between AJ's and Finn, especially like from his quest to become a world champion, how he started out and like the Demon first. His whole thing, he said, first ever Universal World Champion. His debut night on Raw, it'd be Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like people have been wanting. It's crazy. People have been wanting Finn to get back to that top again as a world champion. They've been wanting it for a while now because he has all the capabilities to do it. They like this kind of new Finn that's aggressive, but it's Prince Devitt-ish, but like not all the way. I don't know why the Judgment Day is still a thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna say they're probably like 2 to 3 more months where like they're like jumping the shark at this point.
Yeah, it's like it's been ran its course. When Rhea went her own way, Damian went his own way, and like this Dom is the only reason why people honestly really tap into that. Liv, they know people just like Liv, so they just like they don't even care if she's in the Judgment Day. They just like her. what's his name? But Dom
She's
is the
a
reason
star.
people. Huh?
I said she's a star.
No, she is. I give her now. Yes, now she is. Yes, without question. What's his name? But as far as Judgment Day, Dom is the only reason people care about the Judgment Day. What's his name? I don't even people think. I swear people don't associate Liv with the Judgment Day, bro. It's like they know she's in it, but it's just like, yeah. It's like they just worry about her. But get back to that. Finn has all the cable. Like even if he was the swerverist and Finn was the win, oh man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But they will. I mean, that means they would have to do some weird thing to make it a triple threat at Mania because people want to see Punk and Roman. That's
Right.
because think about it, this is going to be the main event of Wrestle. Whoever wins is going to be in the main event of WrestleMania. So if you just don't fit in there, and there's no disrespect to Finn, but we just go by reality. CM Punk is the bigger name. He's the bigger marquee name. He's going to sell more tickets. Like this, Finn and Roman in WrestleMania doesn't sell out WrestleMania. It doesn't.
Right.
It sells a decent amount of tickets. It will because Roman's going to sell on his own, but people just respect Finn. But star-wise, CM Punk is just a bigger star. So, and for that, for that reason, if this wasn't so close to Mania, like this was like June, this elimination match happened in June, I would say Finn was winning. But since it's February, they got Punk's gonna win.
Yeah,
but this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be that what you were saying, that first trickle down of the Judgment Day starting to like really like disband.
Yeah, no, because if you know what I mean, if Finn were to lose this match, I think this is like really going to drive him into like a little spiral moment. Shoot, maybe we do get the demon back, after this, championship match. But yeah, I do got Punk winning the match. Just kind of trying to draw some controversy with utilizing the video package that they was running about a week ago, and like the way it was delivered, like you couldn't tell me that Finn wasn't going to win. Like you watch that alone and be like, yo, this dude is winning this match on Saturday.
Yeah. And that's great marketing on them because they want people to get emotionally invested into that, of making believe that he has a shot.
Honestly, now that we're talking about this as a whole, I don't think it would be a bad idea if Finn were to win, because one, it creates that shock value where it's like, holy shit, like did WWE really just do this before WrestleMania? Like this is unprecedented, like unheard of for a champion to actually lose a championship literally almost a month, 2 months prior to WrestleMania. Like if that were to happen, like, hey, let's just say, and I'm just throwing this to you hypothetical, as like as a fan, would you be upset going if you were a fan that was considering going to WrestleMania? Would you be upset if the match going to be pivoted to a 4-way with Finn defending against Punk and Roman?
I'd be 50-50 on it, like this, like because honestly, I would, if he brought the demon character back from Mania, I wouldn't be upset. Because when you bring that character in, then it's 100% uncertainty who's going to win that match.
But if he's in the match as a demon, that means he have to be the demon with holding the title.
No, he doesn't. Remember, he was the NXT champion. He only brought the demon out for NXT events, NXT takeover events. He was just Finn Balor during regular NXT shows.
But if you're saying he's walking into Mania as a contender, I don't think it's going to happen, because that means by him losing this match, I think that would have to take him out of the title shot.
I'm saying if he won. I'm saying if he won.
Yeah, if he won.
If he won the match, he would have to go into Mania as the champion, as the Demon.
That's what I was kind of hinting at, like
Yeah,
him being champion as a demon.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, he would have to do that. He like just as a contender, then no, because to me, it's no entry because you kind of know what's going to happen. That's why I don't think he's going to win because WWE, like, they want to talk ish about a company that you like and want to do business with one day. But let's be real, sometimes they're a bunch of pussies. They're not going to even hint of shaking the system of putting the title on him, which would be good intrigue. Like it would be like you said, a holy shit, what just happened moment. Even if it was like, and maybe if it's not till April, right?
Yep.
So like they could easily like do something where he wins the title, but then loses it right before Mania. Like honestly, that's WWE do good for that too. Remember,
Right.
Because remember, Chris Jericho won the WWE title on a random Raw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jeff Hardy won, I think, on a random Raw, I believe.
I mean that something like that could happen, but I don't know. Like for some reason, like it's just been I don't know. Something's I'm not gonna say something's odd going into this Elimination Chamber match, but the energy going into this Elimination Chamber event, it's off. Like something's off, and
but that's and I like it like that because
it gives that suspense.
Yeah, this is the first time in a long time for WrestleMania where
You really
a lot of the
know.
matches were a little uncertain.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't like people like I knew for sure who was going to win these matches. Like this, like oh yeah, this person's going to win. This match is going to happen. Like it's a little, and honestly, a lot of legit injuries has played a part into that.
Yeah,
but still, it makes for great TV. It's like all right, who's going to step up?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. But we both. I mean, right now on record, we both got Punk winning. Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of fall along with what we previously did with our WrestleMania early card projections. So, but yeah, I'm still gonna go with Punk.
I know WWE. I know WWE loves to let their hometown people lose, but I doubt it on this one. Now, this one, I don't know. To say right now, I don't know.
I'm going. I started out. I got Becky retaining.
I got Becky retaining. That's what I said. I don't know. I think this is going to drag until Mania.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't think this is. I'm surprised it's happening now, to be honest.
Yeah, because we all had it happening at Mania.
Yeah, and I understand because she's in Chicago, so it's like I'm like the girl's not even originally from Chicago, but I get it by association.
Right, with Punk and stuff. To me personally, this is probably my least favorite feud that's in WWE right now.
I don't care about this at all. They legit going off the name of Becky and then the nostalgia of AJ Lee, which, like I said, I loved AJ Lee in that Divas era because to me she was like the biggest breath of fresh air because she wasn't the norm. Like she's a pretty girl, but she wasn't the trying to be the Barbie and she wasn't into the reality TV stuff of it. She just wanted to wrestle. And, so she was the best thing of that Divas division at the time. But like, it's been so long. And even when she was the best thing about it, she wasn't like this huge name that like, you mean like, I'm like, even though she's AJ Lee, she was never on the status of a Trish. She was never on the status of a Lita.
Right.
Like this, like I mean, like she wasn't. She like this even of a Sable. Like people were just like these huge, large in life names that can draw audience or make people, change the channel to see them. She was never. She just and also too, she wasn't there long enough to do that. You know what I mean, respect to that. Like she wasn't there that long.
Like I'm just thinking back to when Becky took the title off of Lyra Valkyrie, like I'm, thinking back to that moment, like, was it really necessary for Becky to even have to have the title then? Because of
They
it, like she had it and then she lost it to Maxine, who had it for a
a cup of
handshake.
a cup of coffee.
Yeah. And what I mean, then it went back to Becky. I mean, like I don't know. I just feel like
They
I
they they wanted that title to elevate the new stars, but the problem was, and this is no disrespect or slide to Tyler Law, because usually when people say that, they're about to say something negative. I know, but as being real,
you can follow him at Moyo Fit
I
215.
know like this
Like
is not.
no.
It's not. She like this. She's great in the ring. I love her in the ring. She's really good in the ring, but her character was just not over with the crowd. They gave her like even they try to give her that music, and she did like the Finn Balor thing of the woo
Right.
woo. No, nobody really was chanting with her. It was like you had a
Right.
couple people, but it just wasn't getting over. And it's like I was like, so as much as I like her as a competitor and like you tell she's a sweet person, like I just don't think she was the right person, the first person who should have held that title. Like this, she's somebody who should have went after the title.
Right.
If anything, the title should have started with Becky, even though she don't need it. It would have given some legitimacy. So when that new upper comer came to take it, it would have meant a lot more.
See, here's where the problem lies. There really haven't been like any true contenders like to vie for the title with whoever was holding the title. So like when Lyra first started holding the title, she fought Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile, Raquel. She had a match with Bailey, man, won. And then it went, to Becky, the match with Becky that she won. Then she lost it to Becky at Money in the Bank last year. And then it was basically like the, return, rematches with Lyra. And then it was Becky, facing Maxine, Natty. And then there was Nikki Bella. And then Maxine
Yeah,
beat Becky, and then
yeah.
Maxine dropped it. Drops it back to back to Becky. Like there's really no single women's competitor to vie for this women's intercontinental title right now.
Nope. They best up from like I said, number one, like you mentioned her name, who's no longer there. Dakota Kai should have
Yeah,
won it. She should have been the original winner of that.
right,
That would have gave some respect to the title. A lot of people already like her, and they would like this. She can go in the ring, so that could have been like the work women's championship of like this the work rate title. We're gonna put on great matches. We're gonna steal the show, and she could have had great matches with like a Lyra and all that stuff because it would have boosted their stock because they had to win, but it would have had great matches. So when they went to go back for that title, it would have meant more, and people would have been more invested into them. They really torpedo Lyra into this position. They
yeah,
figure because they got this mindset of we put a title on you that means something. You're going to get noticed because you have a belt, you have a championship, so people are going to like you. People are going to pay attention. No, that's not how it works anymore. It really doesn't. Back in the day, it did. Like I said, we had this conversation where them championships meant something. So when you
hmm
had it, you were the guy, you were the girl. No matter which title it was, if you had them, it's like, oh, that person is shit. They don't mean that no more. Especially now because we're so oversaturated with championships, is not that big of a deal. So now you have to create that character to where people are invested into the character, that person, not just the championship.
right,
And right now, this whole rivalry has been just Becky being Becky, which is kind of a dick, and then AJ just skipping down the ring and distracting her so she can lose, and then that's it. It's like there's no real build.
yeah,
There's no real intrigue at all.
yeah. No, it does nothing, and I think it also doesn't work, especially like when you have an AJ on a part-time schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like just you know what I mean, how convenient now she's already in for you know what I mean for a title match. Like it to me, it's just don't work for me. In the words of Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog.
This is
Like
so
it's a
like
no for
yeah, so
me.
like I'm just I don't know, man. Like just like it's gonna be
I'm
interesting to see.
I'm scared to see what happens. Actually, I'm not even going to say I'm scared to see what happens after the fact, because after this match, after Becky retains the title from AJ Lee, there has to be a top tier talent that has to contend for this Intercontinental Championship going into WrestleMania. Like, and I got a theory on something,
Okay.
and I could be totally wrong on this, and I know we mentioned this either last week or 2 weeks ago, and when I brought up Bianca Belair and we started talking about how she had her procedure and stuff not long ago, and I'm like, look, I get all that, but with the way the power of technology is, like, and with all the videos that were recently displayed as far as like what she had gone through with her finger, like I need to see real time of what she got going on, because I feel like to a certain extent, and this all could play out in the future WWE Unreal, I think all of that could be part of the work, and we could get a surprise appearance from Bianca maybe at Elimination Chamber on Saturday.
Yeah, because that could be all old footage of stuff she already went through.
Yeah,
That's why she been out this long. So she just been kudos to her if she has to keep this low key
right.
as long as you have been, and like
Because you got to think about it, like if you really follow like the social media activity that she has, both her and Montez Ford, like they both been relatively quiet on social media. So it's almost like
yeah,
if you kind of like put yourself in that position, it's almost like one of those situations where it's like, okay, if I got to be quiet, then you also gotta be quiet too, to you know what I mean, to not like give up any tape on things. But yeah, I don't know, something just something. I feel like there's some sort of surprise that's going to take place that could, you know what I mean, involve this women's Intercontinental Championship going into WrestleMania. And my bold prediction is going to probably be Bianca, contending for that title.
okay. We'll see. They still got this thing of her, and even though this chamber match is basically for Jade,
Yeah,
they still want Bianca and Jade so bad. So we'll see.
yeah, but I don't think that will be at this year's Mania.
It probably have to be next year's, I would assume.
Right, yeah, because you still gotta allow Bianca. Bianca still gotta get her reps, and as far as you know what I mean, like getting back in, you know what I mean, like in ring shape. So it's like
She probably has been, bro. Like you said,
right,
she probably has
she
been.
probably has, but I mean, as far as like you know what I mean,
When
like
Natty,
getting back on like on that TV, like you still gonna want to get your reps in for that. See, this is where, you know, it was all good when live events was still taking place, you know, but you're able to utilize that, but also too, because of now the power of the dirt sheets would have killed all of that immediately. Like, oh, did you know Bianca returned at a live event show at such and such arena? Like, you know, something like that can take place, but nevertheless, but you know, not going, you know what I mean, keep going completely left on that, but that is part of one of my bold predictions to take place at the Elimination Chamber this Saturday. So, but again, we're both in agreement. Becky Lynch retaining the title against AJ Lee.
yeah.
Gotcha. Next up, we have the women's Elimination Chamber match for the number one contender of the WWE Women's title.
Interesting.
Yeah,
This is interesting because this is different. It's different.
Wait, before we start, can I get my dad as
About
far
to
as
say you
Charlotte
called
Flair
Raquel.
being out?
You called Raquel. I give you that.
Thank you.
You called Raquel.
You
I'm
know,
gonna start doing that shit every time I get something right, which is a lot. which is a lot.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. I just wanted to get my props. Like
No,
because everybody was like, no
because
way.
because I didn't. All right, before I said that, I didn't know she was in the same match as Nia. Because I thought, remember, I always say in every chamber they have the big dominating force person.
Right.
I didn't know Nia and her was in the same match for the triple threat match. So I thought it was going to be Nia. I thought she was in the match with Io, and I didn't know it was her, Io, and Nia. I thought it was Nia, Io, and somebody else for some reason.
I got you.
But I said, but still, shout out to Raquel, man. Like I ain't mad she in it. Like I'm glad he pushing her still.
Just wanted to give my props. Hey, real quick, let me just give a quick shout out to these two ladies because they're actually killing the square circle right now. Shout out to Tasha Steelz and Jada Stone. They fighting right now on TNA, on AMC. So those, shout out to our folks that's watching us simultaneously with Still Steps and TNA. But just had to give a quick shout out to those two sisters get thrown down in the Impact ring at this very moment. But getting back to the women's number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship. So for this match, who you got?
Oh my god, dude. I'm sticking to what I said though. Like, unless it's a huge swerve, the only intriguing one for a Mania match, it has to be Rhea. I'm going with Rhea. This is the only match for a WrestleMania is that people, I'm sorry to say, I'm never going to shit on Jade. Love her to death. Never like, look, Jade, I'm with you. But she cannot sell a match on just her.
Right.
She needs that dance partner that people was going to be intrigued in her having to want to see her match at WrestleMania. So I know she's the champion. I know she's that bitch. I know that. But you need another head woman in charge to like for people to be like, yeah, I want to see this shit. And out of these 6 amazing women, the only one I see that would jumps out to be like, oh, I want to see this shit is Rhea Ripley. And because Jay's best matches are people that could kind of match her like power. Right. And like this withstand her power stuff. And Rhea clearly could do that. Raquel could do it too, but Rhea's a little more better in the ring. She's like more agile. She can sell a lot better. So Rhea's the shit. So it's like I'm going with Rhea on this one.
No, I got you. I also will go with Rhea too. Kind of similar to what to what you've explained, but to kind of go in a little bit more detail and in a way just kind of like taking out like, you know what I mean, like from wrestler to wrestler. Like I think Raquel will be out, and that's gonna correlate with the whole Judgment Day spiral with those that are losing their title opportunities. So I think that's going to add to the dismantle of the Judgment Day. Somehow I feel like Tiffany could potentially maybe have like a mid feud with maybe like a Kiana James, since they're both on the SmackDown brand. So I think that could be something that could build between the two to not only allow them to both still have, regular TV time on a SmackDown brand, but it allows them to dance and get those reps in as far as, getting the ring time for that brand. I still, for some reason, I do still have a little bit of a suspicion that like the Alexa situation, her and Charlotte could possibly bump heads somehow during this match. Don't know how, but I think something on that level could potentially happen. And then with Asuka, I feel like with the rich history that her and Rhea currently have, especially with Rhea and Io taking the titles away from the Kabuki Warriors. So I think this will probably be like the final battle of their, you know what I mean, of their feud before Rhea wins and move on to WrestleMania. So I think that's probably how like a lot of this could play out. You mean for Saturday, but yeah, I'm going with Rhea too. I mean, look, that's mommy, and like you know, mommy is Mrs. WrestleMania at this point. so yeah, so I definitely gonna go with her winning this number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship. So next up, we have the men's elimination chamber match with the winner to be the number one contender for the Universal Undisputed Championship, which we have members of. I'm about to say members of the Vision.
Members of what?
No, I was going to say members of. Well, we got participants. Apologies for the wrong use of word, but we got participants. Jay Uso, Javon Evans, Mr. Whoop That Trick Williams, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight. No. Now, there had the possibility of someone else being in this match, but for those who may or may not be aware, this past Monday, Mr. Bronson Reed went down with a torn bicep during the match, and you know, unfortunate injury. Seems like the injury bug loves the Vision right now, unfortunately. And you know, now we have Bronson Reed being sidelined. So first Seth, then Braun, now other Braun. Like, you know, what's going on with the Vision? Like, who's the curse? Is it Heyman? Like, is Heyman the curse? Like,
this is a great time for the tribal chief to start talking ish.
Seriously,
like, look what happened to you the second you decide to betray me.
Right. Like, yo, everybody keep going down.
Think it's a coincidence?
Yeah.
But yo, bro, nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Seth goes down first, doing the coast to coast headbutt. I don't know what the hell you're thinking with that one, to be honest. What's his name? I know it's different. I know you're trying to be inventive, but bro, it's not once again, it's not 12 years ago, bro.
Right.
The body's not going to land certain ways, and you just going to be okay. But I mean, teach his own. Like he's the wrestler star, blah blah blah. So I ain't gonna talk shit. What's his name? But he went down. Freaking Braun Breaker gets a hernia from flipping over the desk.
Right.
Out of all things, this guy looks like he bench presses 500 pounds, and he gets a hernia from flipping over a commentator's monitor. Like, what? This is a commentator's desk. Like, how is this life? What is going on?
Right.
And now Big Bronson Reed, torn bicep. He was watching the match, ladies and gentlemen. You saw he knew something was wrong the second it happened. He was looking at his arm like, what the because the thing about torn biceps, man, like I never happened, but like I said, people don't know. Listen, I'm a personal trainer. So when that happens, that muscle tendon shreds. Damn near, I tell people like this, it basically looks like how a mop looks.
Right.
So a mop has those individual strings like that. That basically what your bicep turns into when it rips. Like it basically turns like into that. And it's not pretty. It takes and things sucks about muscles. Muscles take so long to heal. It's not like bone. Bone breaks. It's very simple. Bone sometimes if it breaks a certain way, you don't even have to do surgery. You can just realign it back in place, and it will heal. And it will heal on its own.
Yeah. No, it sucked, and watching it in real time, and again on an additional playback, that suplex that Chad Gable, aka the original El Grande Americana, like the way it was delivered, like you can see the weight drop like on that left arm. Was on it the left arm or the right arm?
Yeah, I think it was the right.
Yeah, it might have been the right. Like it just looked awkward. Like and you kind of knew something was up like after it had happened. And then like I ironically when I was watching it live on Monday, I actually had the volume down because I had something playing on the iPad, but I was watching, and when I saw Jay pick up the win and like just watching his mannerisms without the sound, like it just looked off. I'm like, yo, what the hell wrong with Jay? Like I'm like, why are you pissed that he won? Like, but then when I saw the replay and I was like, oh, okay. Like, and that's when I, caught the, the actual audio where it's, saying how Bronson was injured and
so and which is crazy because that means now that messes up whatever storyline he was supposed to have going on with his brother and stuff like that, because remember his brother wanted him to go into the chamber, but this means he was going to lose this match and not make it to the chamber,
right? So and more than likely they was going to defend the tag titles with probably against Bronson and Logan Paul possibly.
Yeah, so now that goes out the window. Yeah. So now that means he's going to have the daunting task, more than likely, defend those titles against Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
now having to do that, do you wait to Mania or do you have the Usos defend it on a random Raw and lose the titles?
I would have them do it on a random Raw, because I'm sorry, no matter, even though Logan Paul is this big influencer star and people will tune into his matches, that's not a match they want to see at WrestleMania. It's really not. And if it is, it's a match you do early and get it out the way. Or if you put it in the middle of the show just to get people hype, if they have that lull moment when it seems like the crowd's getting a little restless, you put J music on, you get the crowd pumping. The match needs to be like 6-7 minutes.
I'd give him maybe 10 to 12.
Give him 6-7 minutes. Get them out of there. All it is going to be a bunch of super kicks. A bunch of super kicks.
But it's going to be several high spots though.
All from Logan Paul.
Maybe not all of them.
All from Logan Paul.
Jay probably contribute to some. I mean, Theory.
I hope he makes it over that rope.
Yeah, Theory may contribute to.
Austin Theory is athletic as hell. We know this. He's athletic as hell.
Right.
But I don't know if he's gonna, like, with his new gimmick, I don't know if he's gonna do those high spots like he used to.
Yeah. Nah, but let's get back to this match with the participants that we do in fact have. So, I mean, in a way, I feel like there's really no secret for me, because with my early WrestleMania card predictions, I had Cody Rhodes going to Mania to face Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed Championship. So I'm gonna stick with that. I think Cody does pick up the win, but I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like this also could be one of those matches where they elect to swerve us and have someone else win to possibly create a triple threat match at Mania. I think this might be that one where they may attempt to swerve us, but I got Cody winning to become number one contender though.
Mm-hmm. So I was for sure think they were going to do Cody versus Jacob versus Drew at WrestleMania. What's the name for the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship? I pivot. I think they're going to do Cody versus Jacob as a one-on-one match. I actually think Cody, because since the
at Mania?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And because basically, since it's going to, I think they decided to make basically the main event for real this time for CM Punk and
Hold up.
Roman.
Time out. Our prior episode when we did our early WrestleMania card. Who did you have for the Universal Championship? The Undisputed Universal Championship match.
Like I said, 3-way. I said Jacob, Cody, and Drew.
And Drew. Okay.
Yeah. It was a 3-way match.
Okay. But
Yeah,
but what you're saying now, you're in the belief that it may just be Cody and Jacob by themselves at
by
Mania.
himself at Mania.
So that means you got a totally different participant to win this Elimination Chamber match.
Yes, I do. I
can't
can't believe I'm going to say
I'm
it.
intrigued to hear you say who this person may be.
I think it's going to be LA Knight.
I don't know. I mean,
I think it's going to be LA Knight. I
need your reasons on this one.
Because it's so WWE has this thing of doing stuff that doesn't make sense and waiting to do stuff later and acting like this was their plan the whole time.
Right.
LA Knight should have won the Money in the Bank 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever it was that when Damian Priest won it. He should have won it that year. He was the hottest thing. Somehow, through mediocre United States Championship runs and spots where he should have won, he lost. He still remains over to where the crowd still really, really loves him, to the point where people are getting upset that he's not getting the chance of getting the ball. They gave it to Jay.
Right.
Once again, it's not to shit on Jay, but it wasn't great. Like, he got his chance. They put the title on him. He had his moment. Be it last year, won it at WrestleMania. People were into it, but just be real, the championship run was not great, and he lost it on a random Raw.
Let me jump in real quick, and I'll let you finish up. I actually think if Jay were to win the Chamber, I think fans will be extremely disappointed.
They will be pissed. Not extremely disappointed. They will be pissed.
Yeah.
The kids will be happy.
Yeah. Yeet.
Yeet. But they will be pissed. They will be way more happier if Javon Evans won.
True.
Yeah, like this, because it's different. But Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He's the veteran legend guy who people at this point people are going to cheer for. But his time has passed. He can't.
Right.
At this point in his career, he cannot be headlining WrestleManias. He can't. He just can't. Cody can always be the main event, but because he solidified himself of who he is, he could just be in the match, and the match is going to sell because people are going to be emotionally invested in that match, especially if he has the right dance partner, which I believe Jacob is the right dance partner, because I think that will be the match that elevates Jacob to that next level.
Yeah.
To where he's now one of the guys. That's why I'm looking at it that way. LA Knight, I think he has enough emotional connection with the fans to where people are like, yeah, we finally give this guy the chance. You like, they looking at like this. You gave Jay a chance.
Right.
Why not him? Like, he has his little catchphrase. He's pretty much the same as Jay in the ring. Like this, like he can do, like I said, neither one of them are great in-ring technicians, but they both do enough to where they make the match entertaining. He has a certain look. He has the catchphrases. He talks way better than Jay. His promos are way better. I just had this thing where I just think they're going to pivot and give him the shot and just like and like because honestly, him, like I said, him and Drew at WrestleMania actually sells well and they're not gonna. That's why they immediately made people understand what the main event of WrestleMania was between Punk and Roman. They made that clear. You know why? Because they knew Cody wasn't going to be in the championship match. Because if Cody's in the championship match, he's the main event.
That kind of overshadows.
Yeah, it is. It overshadows it. So they can't have that. So what do? You put Drew with another big name guy, but the guy that's not nowhere big as Cody. And honestly, that's LA Knight.
God damn it, Chris. Everything you said actually makes sense. It does. Like it really does. Like in layman's terms, this is last shot for LA Knight.
It
like
is.
This is like literally like his last shot.
I agree.
Like how Cody had, finally was able to successfully, finish his story 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, 2 years ago that fast. But
yeah, right.
Like, look, how convenient. Talking about LA Knight, his old ass car show commercial that he shot, I think when he was still with the NWA, just popped on a TV screen with him and Ric Flair.
Oh wow.
Yeah. On
wow.
You know what I mean? Literally. But no, like, yeah, everything you said was quite spot on. And like, if he don't win this, it's either going to be out the door for him, or like,
he becomes a heel.
Yeah,
he has to become a heel at that point.
Right. But if that's the case, then I'm gonna need for him to go off TV for a while to make that triumphant return. Excuse me, and then become a heel. Excuse me, and then become a heel. But yeah, no, like for the sake of
I'm sorry, I didn't have a different finisher too. I do not like his finisher.
Yeah, it's pretty bland.
Yeah, it's like a frontwards diamond cutter, pretty much RKO. It's like instead of him jumping in the air, he just leans forward.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, no, like you made great valid points. Like I could definitely see a Cody and Jacob match at WrestleMania. Like I could definitely see that. Yeah. Shoot, maybe Jacob calls Cody to lose this match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe it's going to be something like that. I think Jacob's going to cause Cody to lose, and because they both want to sell the hell out of that match.
Because I'll be honest with you, I think we're on the verge of getting a Randy Orton Trick Williams feud.
Oh, for sure,
and that can go for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that feud can happen honestly for all of March. So if they want to have Trick get the best of Randy in that and lead into WrestleMania to face Mello, because he's like, I just came off this feud and beating the Legend Killer.
Here's my thing with that. If everything pans out the way that we're saying, I think the Trick Mello United States Championship match don't make Mania. Then I think
it's too close.
That is too close, but also I think it might be one of those things where, like, depending on how the actual Mania cards are shaping up, I think they're going to try to push as many top tier talent on those cards, and then save like a Mello Trick Williams match for like a SmackDown that Friday.
But you somehow got to get Trick on that show because you want
that crowd. You want that pop.
Yeah. The crowd's going to go out crazy screaming, whoop that Trick.
70,000 saying whoop that Trick. Like,
you got to have him on that show somehow.
Yeah, no, I would love to see it. But
I'm not talking about no Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Right. No. That need to be on television, like for the world to see. Like, that needs to be on ESPN the app, not the plus, not the unlimited, not the Yocho. It need to be
Yeah,
on the app.
right.
Like,
Jeez.
right. So, but no, you definitely made a interesting take on why LA Knight to be to win this match.
Why girl Ash Benny at? We gotta get her back on the show. Ash, we need your 2 cents on this one.
Yeah. No, shout out to Ash and the lip gloss and ladders movement. They got their show. They run on Sundays. So, I mean, shout out to the whole team. But yeah, that definitely gotta get them back. And shout out to Kyle and the Black Wrestling Podcast. He actually just had an interview with Athena, the Forever Champion. So definitely check out their respective platform to catch that interview because New Japan, they're in Trenton tomorrow night. So you know what I mean, for those
Okay.
so those in the tri-state area looking for some pro wrestling, New Japan over at the Cure Arena. So free plug there. Cure Arena, send me some tickets. It's like
Right, no, real.
yeah.
I wish I was Athena's manager. The next time somebody be like, "We're with the Forever Champion," I would cut them off. Excuse me, it's the Forever and Ever Champion.
No, I do it like the kid from the Sandlot. It's the Forever Champion.
Yeah. Like this, like say it right.
Right.
Ever.
If you do become a manager, you gotta be part of the minion and training.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know if I got the.
But I might not be able to make it. Like you can do it. You can do it, champ. You can do it.
Come on, Minion. You're supposed to be working out.
Right. But yeah, Elimination Chamber going down this Saturday, February 28th in Chicago. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 Pacific. So definitely, check it out. Not sure, where we are as far as maybe a possible post-show question mark, depending on how things go for the event. So I guess we maybe just play it by ear. If we do anything, maybe do like a quick poll up after the show, to give our thoughts of the winners. So, but one last final thought. What do you think is in the box? Like, because we're going to have that reveal, on Saturday. So what's on your thoughts right now as far as what could potentially be in that box? Pause.
I have no freaking clue. I thought it was gonna be Jericho, like originally, but now he's from. Like I said, who knows what wrestling? You gotta take everything with a pinch of salt. Like they say, his contract with AEW is froze, or right now he's still on tour with Fozzy and
right.
What's his name? So it could be. It could be. I would say it could be Royce Keys. Because I'm like, who else to where it's a big deal, or like somebody will be like, even if it's not like a giant pop, it's still like a oh shit type moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this, and even if it gets revealed, what is the purpose of it? Like, what are they going to do?
Right.
Because usually we do that is to make some type of impact. So if you just, this is a weird thing to say. If you just come out the box and just do what? Just to be like, yeah, I'm here. Like, okay.
Right.
And not to say it's guy, it could be a girl, but even as a girl, what girl is going to be this presence of oh my God, like, I don't know.
Right.
Like, there's no free agents or people I've heard that's, left the organization and is now coming to WWE. Like, I don't know.
To a certain extent, I feel like it's kind of stupid if it is an actual talent that's supposed to be in the box, because that means they're being shipped from, from venue to venue all this time. Like,
but that's wrestling, man. Especially
right.
WWE. That's wrestling.
Yeah, so I kind of got a feeling like there's something, but I don't know exactly what it could be right now. Like, I have no idea. To me, I feel like it's probably like one of the also like the most stupidest things that's going on right now. Like,
Yeah.
I like the theatric, but it's like really like, come on now. Like, if it does in fact turn out to be an actual superstar, and me, like the cynical side of me is like, so you really gonna have someone traveling in a box, traveling from Raw to SmackDown week to week, and nobody opened his box to reveal it until this upcoming Saturday. Like,
Oh, the God is not another championship. Tell you that shit right now. It better not be another championship.
I mean, at this point, what other championship belts can they make up?
Like, man, who knows? They'll they'll bring back the hardcore title for some of all I know. Like, it was like
wait, like, since you mentioned that, what if then this big ass box turned out to be the rebirth of the 24/7 championship?
Dude, I would say burn that shit into the ground. Like, burn that box. Like, just burn the box. Like, just have Cactus Jack, Mick Foley come out of nowhere and be like, no. Throw that shit in trash.
Don't have a nice day.
No. Nothing about this is okay.
Right.
So we'll see. Like, what do you like? Do you have any idea what you think it could be?
I have no fucking idea.
That to say, this is the first time I was like, this honestly too, but this some shit. I know WWE hasn't always had the same writers for years. I know that, but this is sometimes some shit WWE does, man. They'll come up with something with no real payoff or like conclusion to it. They had this thought, they put it out there,
right?
And as they're doing it, it's just like, okay, what are we gonna do?
And see, we haven't had anything like this in quite a while too. So it's like for it to just like randomly arrive, it's like, yo, what the hell is this? Like,
because we haven't had it in a while, because every other time they did it sucked. So it probably was like, no, let's chill on this for a while. But somebody somewhere is like, you know what? Let's try this again. It better work. That's all. Whatever it is, it better work. If not, stop wasting our time. You don't have to do the stupid surprise stuff, especially if you know we're not going to be into it. Like, it's okay. We're not we're not losing any sleep that we didn't get a surprise this week.
Now, a couple of ways I think it could work. although I
said Glacier.
Say what?
When my boy watches, he's like, it's gonna be Glacier.
Oh shit! Yo, that would be wild.
Out of all people, he said Glacier. Like, oh my god,
it's gonna be the return of Gangrel or somebody.
Oh my god.
Now, if it was a talent, maybe this could be like one of those areas where you could make it a Bianca being back. But again, it would still be stupid because, like, why would the EST be traveling in a box
in a crate? Yeah, you got the EST, one of the best female wrestlers you've had in the past 10 years.
Right.
Like she's almost now. She, like, honestly, at this point in her career, she's like damn near top 5, top 7 best you ever had.
Right.
Why? No, you don't put her in the goddamn box.
No, I agree.
They Trish Stratus were going to. Well, I don't know. They made her get on her knees and bark like a dog, so maybe she would get in the box.
Yeah, but
not like, take that back. Not these days.
But even like the thought of a Royce Keys, like, you just had him on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, so it's like that wouldn't even make sense. So like I feel like that's where I got to draw the line of not having an actual talent inside of the box. Like, so I'm thinking maybe like a possible statue of some sort, maybe. Like,
is it gonna be like an object?
Right. Maybe it might be something, you know what I mean, in correlation with the WWE video game just coming out.
Maybe. Like, even though it is not that, it's not going to be this. It's not going to be this, especially in that big ass crate. It'd be crazy if they opened the crate and it's just like this little platform. And on top of the platform is a clipboard and it says the list. as a little,
Now that'll be good. You know what I mean? To kind of
that
like draw the interest of a possible Jericho return.
yeah, so that I would be okay with.
Yeah, yeah,
but that's it. Like,
right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped on this one. Like, I'm actually happy to be stumped because my moment of of shock it will be genuine. Like when it happens, like when it's time for the reveal. But like, yeah, I'm stumped as far as like whether if it is a talent or not a talent or just an object. Like partly I'm somewhat intrigued to see this more than any other matches. like what's in the box? Like I need to know what's in the box. Let me then move on with my life. Next match.
Like, start the show, but
Right.
what's in the box?
right.
Don't have me wait to the middle of the show, the end of the show. We starting the show with the box.
Right. Because clearly with the opening of the box, I'm assuming you got to have both Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce together to see what's in his box. Since it was delivered to both Raw and SmackDown, they got to be together to open this box.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If it's a talent, which is weird, they got to be a talent that they're both interested in, like highly favored to sign to their brands, because, and if it got to be something people know who they are,
right?
And because, like I said, I remember somebody was mentioning about somebody in New Japan. I think the guy Evil. I'm like this.
Joey mentioned that last week.
I
think Joey mentioned that last week.
Yeah, I was like, no, they don't. This WWE audiences don't know him.
Right.
Like, it would be crickets, and they would just be like, they would not. I'm sorry, they would not know who he was.
Right.
And he's not charismatic as a Shinsuke or anything like that. So it's not like he would do stuff to draw the crowd into him. So it's like, no, like that'd be a horrible idea. Like, just like don't have him as his debut, him in a crate.
Right. Yeah. Because I feel like even if it was a talent in there, like they could tease some sort of movement from the box, like some knocking, like maybe have like an R-Truth approach the box, knock it, and then you get like a knock back, and it's like, oh wait, something's in there, like that then it kind of feeds the interest. But yeah, I'm under the impression that it's probably going to be an object versus an actual person.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yes, but yeah, you know what I mean. We shall find out this Saturday. Man, it's been such a up and down week. Like I've been, so excited for the weekend, to get here and be able to kick back and watch this, event. To go down. We got quite a few events going on this weekend with Elimination Chamber. I think GCW got a couple of shows tomorrow night and over the weekend. So like it's a lot of pro wrestling going down. Also, side note, GCW 2300 Arena event tickets going to sell to the public tomorrow, as well as MLW TV tapings at the 2300 Arena. Those tickets also go on sale tomorrow on 2300arena.com's website. So anyone interested in the Tri-State area that want to go to those events, definitely go check out the 2300 Arena website to copy your tickets. Get ready for the summertime because it's starting to heat up and getting back to that pro wrestling down at the corner of Swanson and Rittner. So yeah, can't wait. See my folks down there. Been a while since I've been down there at the venue. So looking forward to getting back outside, checking out some pro wrestling. So, but Chris, we are at the 1 hour 48 minute mark. Pretty decent show. Get ready to jump on off of here and get ready for the weekend. But
making y'all think.
Yeah. But definitely, stay tuned for additional details and developments if we do in fact do a post show for Elimination Chamber. We'll definitely notify everyone through our social media platform. So if we do it, You know what I mean? Stay tuned. We'll keep everybody aware of what time will begin. But yeah, this Elimination Chamber event coming up. It's definitely gonna be an interesting one. I mean, we do think there's a couple of matches that are like pretty like clear cut dry of who could be the winner, but I don't know. I said, I keep harping back to this, but I feel like we might have some surprise victories taking place on Saturday. I think we may see that.
My baby, change the guard.
Yeah. So, all right, then. On that note, this was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyofic, Chris Wilson. I am Politic and Hawk. Again, stay tuned to our additional details in regards to possible post show for Elimination Chamber. If not, we'll catch y'all back next Thursday. Again, till then, peace.